This spring, I really missed my friends from the Bluegrass Wild Water Association, especially seeing everyone at the Spring Beginners Clinic on the Russell Fork River. I've attended the annual event, which has been going on for more than 40 years, several times, and I've always come away with new friends and improved my kayaking skills. At the clinic, beginners and even not so new paddlers like me are paired with expert whitewater kayakers who volunteered to spend their weekend helping others hone their skills and build their confidence.
Well, the Bluegrass Wild Water Association began in 1976 in Lexington, Kentucky, and almost immediately they began working with new paddlers and beginners and started. So this is probably the 40th year for the BWA, Bluegrass Wild Water Association Spring Clinic, and this year it's being held at the Russell Fork River, the Breaks Interstate Park.
Well, what makes this river so special? Why do you do it here?
This river is special because it's the crown jewel for Kentucky. It's a world-class resource. In the fall, brings paddlers from all over the globe. The Beginners Clinic is primarily, what we have here is primarily for beginners. And there's a number of people who have never been in a kayak in their life that just started today. Yes, really. You can come out here with absolutely no skill, just a determination to learn, and you'll learn anything from a wet exit to how you get out of the boat the very first time to maybe ferrying and catching an eddy.
Awesome.
By the end of the day or the end of the weekend.
I always get really nervous running whitewater. There's just something so humbling about being in a tiny boat, in a giant ancient gorge with all that fast-moving water that just puts everything into perspective. Taking on the Russell Gorges Class 3 and Class 4 whitewater is thrilling and terrifying each and every time. This year, my goal was to stay in my boat and avoid a bumpy wet exit in ping pong. Having spent the weekend adjusting some techniques based on input from my teachers, I was really confident that I could nail it. The encouragement of the other boaters on the water and the cheers when I succeeded made it even more special. It was definitely a run to remember.
Get it, Carrie.
So when did you start boating?
Last year, one of my friends got a kayak and my wife fell in love with it. We bought her a kayak in like a week. So we got these in February, started going to the roll clinic, got my roll down and used it for the first time at this clinic that they got up here this weekend.
Awesome.
So
you got live action roll your first whitewater?
Yeah, actually, I turned over 3 times yesterday, rolled all 3 times. Wow. I got back up, I never swam.
So I saw you come through Meat Grinder today, which is our Class 4 Rapid. This is your second day on whitewater, first run through Meat Grinder. What was that like coming into that rapid?
That was insane. So they're like, just put your front end on that, keep your knees up, all this stuff. And then I go over, I hit my line pretty good. And then they're like, take a big power stroke through the bottom of it to get you out of it. And I did, and my left hand slipped off my paddle.
Oh,
so that's when I turned left up there. My line was actually supposed to be a little bit further right on that bottom end. So I saved it coming down at that last piece where that rock is at the side. I was actually supposed to be on the other side of that rock, but since I lost the paddle, then I ended up over there. You can't straighten it back up, keep it from going left if you're not holding it on the left. So yeah, so it looked like something I want to do. I'm glad I did.
Awesome.
After an exhilarating day on the water, relaxing around a campfire, sharing a meal, and some laughs with new friends and old was just the perfect way to end a weekend. The paddling community is truly just one big, crazy family that welcomes anyone and everyone who wants to join.
Well, we have a lot going on here tonight. I see tents everywhere. There's food on the smoker. Tell me about what else goes into the weekend besides just finding people to teach people to paddle.
It's not just about teaching people to paddle, it is about introducing them to a lifestyle, because kayaking really is a lifestyle, especially coming from Kentucky where there aren't that many whitewater runs. We have to travel a lot, so you kind of travel together and you develop a culture. So the dance parties, the talent show is hilarious because of the spectacular lack of talent involved in it. People just do all kinds of crazy stuff to get the prizes. I love the people. It's just an amazing group of people from different backgrounds, and there's something kind of unique, I think, about people who are drawn to the sport. So you just get just amazing people.
So what would you say to people out there who might be a little nervous about coming out to the clinic? I mean, it's a hard sport to get into. There's a lot of equipment.
It is, but this is the absolute best way to get into it, because about half of our students didn't have any equipment and is borrowed.
Oh.
The members all have extra, and so everybody puts up a lot of gear for students to borrow. As far as being nervous about the sport, that makes a lot of sense. It's a new thing. It is kind of an extreme sport.
A little bit of nerve seems like it might be a good thing when you're dealing with big whitewater like this.
Yeah, I think the personal challenge of it is really rewarding. The people are really rewarding. So even if you don't take to it really quickly, you know, we're going to take care of you, and you're going to have a good time, and just stick with it, and it's worthwhile.
Well, I can say that for sure. This is my second beginner's clinic, and I'm still learning.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot to learn. You'll be learning. You know, 10 years from now, there's new things to learn.
Awesome.
So.
I can't wait until next spring to see everyone and just spend a great weekend in one of the most beautiful places in Kentucky paddling.
And until next time,
We'll see you downstream.